on YouTube? It's the Skorpion with Makael. I am back to using the HD camera that we've always been using, and I know a lot of you guys have been cursing this out because the volume on the Mac has been so low and I didn't double the audio and all that mess. So we're using this camera again, so shout out to us. But when I want to use the remote, all of a sudden it's missing out my box, and I don't understand how that happens, but anyway.
Well, I do.
It's a bunch of people in here.
When you have 15 plus people living in your house and another 20 visiting daily, like this is Grand Central Station.
Things like to walk.
That happens.
And Makael keeps thinking that this Mac is going to walk. And
I'm telling him when
I'm really going to have to hide it because
you need to get a case for it too. You need to get a case for it.
He's really scaring me.
But he should put his stuff up so then stuff like this won't happen.
Yes.
I mean, I'm only looking out for him. A Mac is a very expensive laptop.
Yes, it is, and I'm upset because I bought this Mac laptop last year, and then this year they come up with all these different upgrades, making it faster, all this memory and stuff. I feel
well, that's Apple for you. They do the same thing with the iPod.
Yes, the iPhones, iPods. I'm just over Mac, but you can't live without them. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You can't live without one. And soon Makael will have a Mac. He will have one, and he will never go back to a PC. So if you're thinking about getting a Mac, get a damn Mac. But, you know...
Don't try me. Don't be telling people I got a PC.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a PC.
Yeah, but don't be telling them that.
A PC.
I could be lying to some people telling them I got a Mac.
Ooh, well, I hope not.
Well, I can't do it no damn more now.
What am I going to do without Makael? Anyway... We're coming to you guys with a video because a lot of you guys been hitting us up on Forum Spring. Well, hit me up on Forum Spring because you know he don't do it.
Something you said once that you would never do again.
Yeah, and I had to do it because I love it. I love it. The anonymous questions, sometimes they are annoying, and that's why I haven't answered some of the 4,100 questions that's in the inbox. And some people ask the same questions over and over. I'm like, go read through the answers I've already answered.
Like the main question a lot of people ask are me and you dating?
Yes. Or are you a top or bottom?
Like me and Kevin dating, that's like putting Sammy Sosa and Ricky well, no.
Because that's a high look. But no, Sammy is too light now. That's like putting Oprah with Queen Latifah. It's no match.
Yeah. I mean, wait a minute. Both of them are big. You have to say Oprah and... That's like putting Oprah and Rihanna together.
That's like Snoop Dogg and Queen Latifah together.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Well, no, I'm not that skinny. I'm not that tall either.
Well, that's all right. You know, we're just using names. Like Oprah and Larry King. Like Sierra and Jay-Z.
Like Oprah and T.I.
You know, I can see T.I. hitting that, though. You don't see that? I do.
No, I don't think.
Shit. Or at least Gail trying to hop on it. I can say no.
Hop on T.I. or Oprah? He tried it. He tried it. He tried it.
Let's stop that. Let's stop. Okay. Yeah. Let's get into our video.
How you doing?
Yes. Everyone has been asking us, how do we feel about the single ladies routine? The girls, it was 5 girls dancing to single ladies. They were dancing in basically like, you know, a top and like a panty and bra, but it was an outfit. It was their outfit, and you know they danced to single ladies. And to me, they did a fabulous job. However, now all of a sudden there's this big backlash. You know, I was listening to WRB this afternoon, and they kept talking about it so much where I changed the station because I was tired of him asking people how did he feel about it for 3 hours. I was tired of that. Basically, after watching it. To me, I don't think it was that bad because they killed it. Dance-wise, they freaking killed it. Even with the costume, I feel like, you know, it was their costume. It wasn't that bad. And if you're looking at it, well, people are going to look at them sexual, you know. I don't know what to say to you because I didn't look at them sexual. And why would you look at them sexual?
But I agree with you. The video was good. They danced their asses off. I told you that when I saw it, I thought about the costumes being a little too risque for them. But for you to say, if you don't look at it that way, why should you? That's not true because pedophiles look at stuff like that. You're not a pedophile. That's why you don't look at it like that. Mm-hmm. But there are pedophiles who are sitting at home doing what they shouldn't be doing watching that video. That's
okay,
just the... That's just the truth.
Okay, even though it's the truth, it's the same thing where, you know, little girls get dressed up in them little pageants. They wear all that makeup.
Yeah,
they get all dressed up.
That's why some people are against
talk
pageants.
sexy. They look sexy and everything, and nobody's shutting them down.
Well, no, people don't really care. Me personally, I don't care too much for the pageants because with pageants, it's not about the children; it's about the mothers.
Yeah, I mean, they're living their lives through their daughters.
And I don't think that's fair. So, I mean, the pageants can, for all I care, can just go away. I don't even understand the purpose of a pageant. Like, what is the purpose of it? Like, what?
I guess scholarship money. I don't know. I don't know, but it's, you know, I didn't think their dance moves were sexy. They were dancing. You know?
And they are really good dancers. Good. They're really good. Like, I couldn't believe how old they were, like, because I think they said when I was watching Anderson Cooper, I think he said they were like around.
Battery's not dying. Go ahead.
I think they said like they were around 7, like they were like in kindergarten or first grade or something like that. But I don't know. There's like a 50-50. Like, I mean, you can say that the outfits they had on were too risque for them, but.
I don't think it was nothing sexy about the outfits. No. Maybe they should have wore more clothing.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, maybe
I'm looking at because I'm not looking at them like that.
Yeah. I mean, their parents could have put on more clothing with them, but I think that people are taking it
too far,
a little too far.
You know, the girls, at least they're doing something positive with their lives. They're getting into dancing. They're not on the street shaking their head, cursing people out.
They're too young to be doing that anyway. Remember that.
Hey, they do it. Oh my God! Now let me tell you something.
Oh yeah, they do. This house,
child. No, bitch, you tried it. Now. Let's talk about, because, you know, there was this video, I don't know if you've seen it, but it was these boys and girls. It was about maybe 6 of them. They all started dancing real freaky.
Were they Hispanic?
I don't know what they were, but they were like maybe like 5 years old.
And they were at a birthday party, right? And the parents were coaching them.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now that's what y'all should be uproaring about.
I think
that was a hot mess.
No, I think that CNN did do something about that because I saw it on CNN and World Star Hip Hop, and on CNN that's when I found out that authorities were trying to look into it, but I don't think it was here in America. I think it was in Mexico.
I don't know where, but that's not cute.
Excuse me, because the parents were actually coaching them on to be nasty.
They was like girls were throwing it up and getting on top and grinding. I'm like, what the hell?
That was way too much.
Where is they learning this at? Well, of course you can turn on TV and see it, but wow, you know, I don't know. That's sad.
But see, that it all goes back to you parenting your kids, like what you allow your kids to watch. It's what you allow your kids to watch. If you allow your kids to watch stuff where they're doing stuff like that, then of course your kids are going to mimic it because they say, "Well, my parents are just like with kids who curse." If your kids curse, and if you're cursing constantly around your child, your kids are going to start using those languages. And then if your child curses and you don't respond back right away as you should as a parent,
they're going to think it's okay.
They're going to think it's okay, and then they're just going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it and keep doing it.
And you know, some people say, like with us, in my household, we curse around the children, we yell too much. That's just how we are. We all yell at each other, okay? That's just how we are. If you don't like it, that's all right. You know, your family, you raise your children the way you raise them. We raise them the way we want to raise them. My mom grew up cursing me the hell out, and I'm still fine. I'm saying ain't nothing crazy about me.
Yeah, but at the same time, that little Miss Tibby is because she's just out of control.
Yes, they don't to me.
She's out of control.
To me, it's like, okay, my mom like, well, you know, well, that's my grandchild and want to step in, but I'm like, wait a minute. When I was a kid, you used to fuck me up, and I know Nina and them got it worse than me. My mom was not as nice as she is now. My friends were scared of my mother. They were like, no, I ain't coming over to Kevin's house. No, because Miss Barbara's too mean.
Well, you know,
she done softened up too much.
Yeah, I mean,
clearly, like, we're not going to say everything, but you know what I'm talking about, like the other day. And I'm like, oh, you want to let her do that? Oh, leave. No, it's not leave it alone. Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So,
but, I mean,
it's just.
But then again, your mother is not
People, even the parents are not as stern as they were. I think our generation is the last generation where you know you had that tough mom that will fuck you up.
Oh, because
I
got my ass whooped every time the teacher called. I didn't get when I got home. Why was you acting up in school? Go upstairs and don't turn that TV on. I got whooped my ass with the belt. And then why was I acting up? I didn't get that talk. I got my ass whooped. And I got it from both my parents, my mother and my father.
See,
my father was worse. My father was worse at whooping ass. He could whoop ass. My mom, she could whoop ass too. But my mom was more of the hitting with her hands than she was with the belt. Oh, but my mom could whoop ass with the belt. But I think my father did it worse.
People say, "Oh, you shouldn't beat your children." Screw that.
Yeah,
your kids.
If your kids are doing what they shouldn't be doing, as I was, then you need to whoop their ass. I mean, come on, I'm telling you.
Come on, everybody. A child, some children probably can become immune to beatings. You can't beat them over every little thing.
And my parents didn't beat me over everything. That's where I want to make it clear.
Because I don't like the belt hitting me.
Man, if I was outside,
like a belt hitting me.
Now, if I was outside doing something stupid, no, my parents wouldn't beat me. They would only beat me if I was in school acting up. Because of course, when you go to school, you're not going to school to act up, you're going to school to learn. And my mom always said, you know, there are about 20 other kids in that room. That's not fair to them that the teacher has to stop and focus on you because you're acting like a clown and these other kids aren't learning. So, you know, my mom, you know, whooped my ass. And that's what some of these parents need to do.
You know, when I went to summer school, we went to summer school just to go. It wasn't because we had to go. I missed school back in the day. I don't know. Parents just don't care. You know, we said it a lot of times. Parents are quick to defend their child over the teacher who spends 6 hours with your child a day.
So the teacher should know how your child is. And think about it. Why is the teacher lying on your child when there's 20 other people in that class for them to lie on?
No. Now, to me, okay, I know we probably won't talk about. I don't want to talk about that girl getting banned. You know, so we could talk about that teacher. I seen the clip, and you know the teacher beat the student up because she thought that he hit a girl in the classroom. According to Fox News and what I heard from the child's parent, she thought he hit a girl and he didn't. So the teacher just wore him out in that classroom. I don't think that was called. It definitely wasn't called for. The teacher definitely should have been fired, and she was. But there has to be a point where, to me, I think that teachers should be able to discipline a child.
Yeah, but the discipline of a child should be a suspension or a detention.
Go ahead.
Discipline of a child should not be you putting your hands on a child. That's just point blank.
I don't send my
child. See, my thing is, as a parent, my child is to go to school and learn, and you are to teach my child. You don't put your hands on my child. That's where I come in at. That's where I come in at. What? Because how about no, listen to this. How about my child come home and tell me that you hit them? Then I come up to school and hit you. That wouldn't be right.
No.
I would be thrown in jail for doing that. So what makes it all right for you to do that?
See, my mother was a mother that gave my teachers permission.
Well, I mean,
you know,
if you give your child, no, this is my thing. If you give your teacher, I don't understand why people would do that, but if you give your child's teacher permission to do it, then hey, let them do it. But if I didn't give you permission to touch my child, don't put your hands on my child, because then I'm going to put my hands on you. Oh, okay.
I mean, it got it, but you know what, though? Children are just out of control. And there has to be, like, to me, I don't believe in suspensions. I don't think a child should be home because they're learning absolutely nothing. If you're going to suspend, do in-house suspension where they do their work in school, but they're in the classroom with bad people and they're in there all day. Don't let them go to lunch.
Well, wait a minute. What? That doesn't make sense. Because if you put a child who's bad in a class with other bad people, they're not going to do anything but act even more bad.
Well, no, I'm not saying everybody's bad. I mean, there's reasons why you suspend people. No,
you can suspend somebody, send their ass home, and send them home with work to do.
No, but I don't think they should be at home.
Why not?
Should not be at home. Yeah.
But wait a minute. They're not learning anything at home, but they're not learning anything in school by acting a fool.
They are in school, and you know.
Yeah, but they're in school, but they're wasting time. If you have a class, come on, you and I both have had people in our classes that came to class and did nothing. They just joked, cracked jokes on people, just did stupid stuff. They're not learning. They're basically stopping everybody somebody else from learning. So why?
But
why should that child? But no. Why should that child? Why should I have to suffer because this person is in my class acting like a class clown?
Well, you could kick them out and put them in a class where all the bad people are. That's another solution. Or you could take the child out that class and put them in a class with other people, which actually happened to me.
If you put them in a class with other bad people, they're not going to do anything but act the same because now they're around people who are acting just like them.
What I'm saying is, if you put a child like with the school, my middle school. Okay, my first time ever been suspended, it was like, we're not even going to suspend you. We're going to send you to in-house suspension. And in-house suspension, all you do is do work. You in a hot-ass room. You don't go to lunch. You don't do anything. Bitch, I don't want to stay in no room from 8:30 to 2:30 all day.
But that's what you're doing in your regular class.
No, but what I'm saying is when you're in that class, for me, I'm sitting there reflecting, fuck that. I'm not going back to this class. I'm going to do what I have to do. I ain't coming back here. Look, of course I came back again, but I don't think a child should be at home.
Well, no. But you know what? You don't think a child should be at home, and I don't think a child should be wasting other people's time.
So what do you do with them?
You send their asses home to their mothers and let their mothers deal with them. Or you don't send your child to me because I don't get paid to babysit. I get paid to teach. I'm not no babysitter. I don't want to be in the class teaching no 15 and 16-year-old cursing me the hell out and telling me to go suck your dick and kiss your ass. You know what? I got a child your age. I'll send my child up here and whoop your ass, and then I'll see how much you be telling me to kiss and suck your dick. Okay? So,
okay.
But I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to the teacher, and I don't think it's fair to the other kids. You know what? No.
This
what
is
do
what
you
you
mean
do.
send them to
This is
another
what
class?
you do. You send them to
home.
You don't send them home.
Send them home.
You send them to a school where they need to be helped.
Yeah, no, they need to be helped at home with an ass whooping. That's what they need to be helped with.
Well, hey, people don't feel ass whoopings are good enough.
Well, then you know what? Then if ass whoopings don't send, then we got a school here in Philadelphia called CEP, and that's where the bad kids go. Then you send their asses there
to a different class, to a different school.
But don't give me that. Oh, send them to another classroom with all the bad kids, because we all know once you put a bunch of bad kids in one room together, all they're gonna do is just act bad. They ain't gonna get in there and do no damn work.
Not all the time.
Oh, come on, Kevin.
You can teach bad children. You just have to give them special attention.
Well, you know what? But you know what?
I ain't got time for special
But you know
attention.
what? But there's nothing wrong with you mentally. So why do you need special attention? You need to go. You need to get up.
It's something where they need attention.
No, yeah.
You need to find out why they're acting the way they're acting.
Because they want to be seen. They want to be class clowns. That's why.
Because you can have a class clown and get your damn work done.
Yeah, you can have a class clown and get your work done. You can have a class clown and get your work done. Because I had a class clown when I was in middle school, and he was the biggest class clown of them all. But boy, was he a straight A student. Because he knew how to be a class clown and do his work. You got some class clowns who get in there and don't do nothing. They just come to school and waste people's time. Like, why are you here? Then they get up with you when the bell rings, and they go to the different class and do the same damn thing. You don't even carry a book bag to school. So what the fuck is the purpose of you being here if you don't? I carried a book bag from 9th all the way to 12th grade. There were people who came to school didn't even have a book bag. Why are you coming to school without a book bag? You don't have a book, a pen, or a pot to piss in. So what are you doing here? And my question was, where is the mother? Where's the father? Because my mother and father, from 9th to 12th grade, you got homework? Or where's your work? Those are the type of parents I had. So if you don't have those type of parents, you know what? If you're that type of parent, don't be sending your child to somebody's school so then somebody else can deal with them. Because babysitting, that was from what? Infancy to like 3 years old. Once they become 16 and 17, they need to be on their P's and Q's, and they need to know what to do in school. Because teachers aren't there to babysit, they're there to teach. That's your responsibility to make sure your child walks out your door with a straight head on their shoulders. Don't be sending your child to me and think I'm going to teach them and babysit them. Oh, hell no.
Makael talking like he's a damn teacher.
Well, but I mean, hello, I was in school, wasn't I? Mm-hmm. So I know.
I was too.
Yeah, we both were.
All right.
Yeah, we both were. So we both know. I mean, we weren't born yesterday.
I just don't.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't agree with it. I don't think there should be another class.
Send a child home for 3 days just for being.
I said send the child home with work to do. Don't just send them home. Send them home with work to do.
Oh, well, you suspended for 3 days.
Send them home to work to do. But you know what? You send them home with work to do. And if they go home and then come back from the suspension and the work's not done, because they couldn't do the work, then that means they weren't paying attention when the work was being taught. Because if I send you home with work to do, then that means I'm sending you home. I'm sending you home with work to do that I've been teaching. And so therefore, you should know what's going on when I'm sending you home with this work.
You have a parent-teacher conference to find out what's going on.
Yeah,
and if it still ain't right, then your child has to get out my school.
I need to find out what's not going on at home. Why aren't you disciplining your child the way you're supposed to? Now, I don't mean when I say discipline, I don't mean you have to beat them up. No, you have to beat them, but I mean, damn, have some type of authority. You just letting your kids walk all over you.
All right, this battery is about to.
You letting these kids walk. You letting these kids walk all over you like those white kids on Maury. You know, they get on that stage and tell their mom to shut the fuck up. I wish I would tell my mother to shut the fuck up.
You gotta remember, these are the children that's gonna lead the world in the future. Yep. And I don't want nobody getting smart with me if I ever in a wheelchair.
If I told shut the fuck up my mother to shut the fuck up, not only would my mother's fist be down my throat, but then my father's fist be down my throat, and then my face would be a part of that. My face would be a part of that wall if I ever told my mother to shut the fuck up. My face would be a permanent wall print. I would have a permanent print on the wall. Fuck now. Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Everybody, well, I know I had to put in my, like, around 16 with the rebellion stuff, but you ain't never hear me talk like that. I was like 16. My mom was like, right in my face. I was so mad, you know. But people, for real, you gotta be the parent. You gotta step up. You gotta not let your child walk all over you. Even with these young children, you cannot let them walk over you. Mm-hmm. Because soon the children are going to be running the world and we just going to be clueless.
Yep.
Clueless.
Yep.
They're going to be robbing us, beating us up, fucking up the economy, everything. It's already messed up. Just think if they get in control. Oh, my God. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If this is your first time watching, we hope that you become a subscriber. We need everybody to tell everyone about the Skorpion Show. Get the word out. Share us on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Tumblr. Wherever you do your social networking. At work, at school, on the bus, in the train, in the car, on TV. Anywhere. Get the name of the Skorpion Show out there. Tell them we about to come up, y'all. So we need y'all support.
Wait, where we need y'all to?
I don't know. But we're moving on up like the Jeffersons. We need y'all to rate every video, comment every video, share our videos, subscribe, everything. Because this is a new campaign.
Follow us on
Twitter. Now, come on. Now, how we get 10,000 new subscribers and still at like 6,000 followers and 5,000 followers? Where the hell y'all at?
Don't be but you know what? You gotta think I gotta be my business. I gotta first you tell him I got a damn PC. Then you tell him I only got 5,000 subscribers. What next you gonna tell him I ain't wearing no damn drawers?
Hey, I don't know.
And by the way, I do have on drawers.
Well, thank God.
You know, he's just telling every damn thing. He like a damn more.
Yes, I will. No, I won't tell everything, but I will tell some stuff. So
don't play with me.
Yes, thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of whatever you're having. And
take a little time to enjoy the rest of the view. Ain't that what they say at the end of the view?
With you.
Yes, Wolfie. Yes, girl.